This is an update on my speech. Everything has been going pretty well so far, and my speech has been very good aside from some small hiccups. When I start getting anxious, I always make sure to remember what I am trying to say. That has really helped me with my nerves because since the last time I came here, my nerves have also decreased by a huge percentage. Overall, I just make sure I speak slowly, I pronounce each word, and that there are pauses in between all of my words. I wanted to thank Lee and everyone else for helping me get to this amazing place in my speech journey.
Thank you so much, Taleb, for that speech. It was amazing. Like you said, it was very slow, well paced, and of course, you inserted stops.
Defining slow is much like discussing art. There are so many different definitions of it. Now, while everything is relative, and I'm sure to Taleb, he is speaking slowly, and to Prathusha agrees that he's speaking slowly. In terms of stopping stuttering, he is not. He is speaking basically at the normal pace that fluent speakers talk. It's not a crime. If he's not stuttering, Prathusha certainly isn't. It's fine. But it's not speaking slowly. I am speaking slowly right now. The stops need to be 1 second. The pace needs to be much slower if you're trying to stop stuttering. If you're not, don't worry about it.
Maybe I think Taleb speaks much more faster than this, so this is slow for him, I think. So, okay, let's get much more slower, Taleb, okay?
I'm going to speak very slowly here, my type of slow. So, Taleb, you should be very proud of yourself for sticking with the program, because that's the main thing, especially if you have a fairly severe stammer. Maybe if you slow down, you might get more control of your speech. If you try and slow down, you'll be so much more in control.
The Lee-Lovett equation, hesitating, planning, fearing, forcing words out, is the root of the problem. So I refuse to plan. And certainly in the past, I was planning for days ahead of situations. Now, Talib, your presentation was very, very good. And I think that you are a very brave person. You come here every Saturday, ask your questions, and you don't hold back. And this is your second presentation, and I can only commend you for that. How important is the 1, 2, 3 punch for you?
Thank you for that question, Antonio, and you got an amazing haircut. For the 1, 2, 3 punch, what I focused on was reading aloud. That really helped me more than all of the other punches. So that the reading aloud has really helped me, and I will continue to keep doing it just for 1 hour every single day.
I have found that speaking slowly really makes a difference. I even have it written down. I just focus on speaking slowly, and it's a process because I have spoken differently for the last 48 years. But I will share something. Coach Lee, this is the best thing. Speaking slowly, it really works.
And I'm going to listen to Coach Lee because I also are guilty of sometimes rushing, So I'll try to pause as much as possible, no? Being Latin, we spoke a little bit faster with a lot of hands, So I have to think through and pause a bit more. But I think the most important point here of pausing is it allows you to be more expressive. It's expressiveness. I think the problem with rushing, the problem with speaking fast, I think is in general, it equates with nerves or with anxiety. Like you are trying to get over it as fast as possible and then you just go ahead. Speeding up by itself, if it's by itself, but if you are being passionate, if you are being expressive, it isn't a problem. The problem is when you rush because you try to be, to get out of there, to not enjoy the moment. So this is why it's better to be slow, to be passionate, to be expressive. But in the beginning, you really want expressiveness. And that expressiveness it's easier if you speak slowly and clearly. What differences have you seen in your life since being a PWSS?
I talk a lot more to everyone, and since I'm in college, I raise my hand a lot more in classes and just I love talking to people. So now I'm not afraid of my speech anymore, which I actually hasn't. It's been a while since I was.
Give yourself a good start. And this is what I do. First 30 seconds matter most. If you win the battle for first 30 seconds, remaining things will be smooth flow. So give yourself a very good start. Just go very slow. One word, two word. I mean, there is no rush. What is there to rush?
The sentence that you said is forever etched in everybody's heart, which is start slow and go with the flow. Right? Fantastic. Thank you for that.
I really admire your consistency. You're always at these meetings, you always make comments. I want to say something about slowing down as well, since we're on the topic. Whenever I was told to speak slower, I was like, it feels like a hindrance. But nowadays, I use it as a creative tool. What are your current challenges, would you say? And have you thought of doing something like Toastmasters?
So yeah, I have done Toastmasters. I have done it. I've stopped doing it for a little bit just to focus on other other priorities in my life. But yes, I have done Toastmasters consistently in near my hometown.
So if you are okay with where you are speech wise, by all means, more power to you. So, I'm not gonna bash you or say anything about your speech. And my question: how do you actually feel now yourself with your speech and going to school and so on? Thank you so much, and I'm so proud of you, Taleb. Good
Thank
job.
you. How I feel going to school is very good. I always raise my hand in class every day. It's all very good. I talk to them. The stuttering, there's no stuttering at all. I make sure I always smile whenever I'm speaking. That really takes off a lot of tension under my like all the nerves. There's no nerves whenever I smile.
And I love this mood of speaking slowly. Nothing encourages one to speak a certain way than being in an environment with others who speak in a similar way. I wish all my social circles were like that.
Just want to slip in here. When you speak at the pace that you normally do, it's too fast. It creates problems for you. It's harder to understand you. You must slow down. Several people have talked about slowing down today. You need to do it, and you need to do it now. Slow down.
The increments that you speak, it's not only fast, but it's also in long increments, right? If you can insert stops after every 3 or 4 words for 2 to 3 seconds, even if you speak fast, it's going to appear slow.
How was your transition from school to college? And did it impact your speech?
Transition was not really a problem, and it was just adjusting to new people and trying to be just making sure I go out of my way to meet new people my first year. So that was a bit nerve-wracking, but then I figured it out.
I'll say something about Taleb. He spoke so well today, and I really think one of the reasons is this guy would speak at every single SAM meeting. Even if he didn't have a question or a comment, he would always speak, and that always impressed me. It's actually pretty hard to speak at these, especially when you're new. It's nerve-wracking to speak up, and I just think that's great, and I think we can learn a lot from him.
Hearing everyone talk about speaking slowly and pausing, I just wanted to share a tip that really changed the way that I speak. When you pause, to close your lips intentionally. And a lot of people just keep on talking and they think that they're pausing and they never really slow down or stop. And so what I found was when I focused on closing my lips, it really helped me to give myself something to focus on.
Slowing down. That is, the deal that I am working on as well, because I am as well by nature talking, fast. So I believe that it's not easy, but it is possible, of course.
I still remember when you first joined the program where you could barely say anything. I remember it was being really hard for you. So I give you props for always making it your mission to say something in your in every SAM meeting. And I'm happy that you're pushing your comfort zones. You're joining Toastmasters. I still haven't done that, so I could probably start doing that.
I wanted to commend you for continuing to challenge yourself by giving more than one SAM speech, and also for being receptive to everyone's positive criticism like this, since it's not only essential for your progress, but also for everyone else's progress here. Notice how everyone here started speaking slowly with pauses after you started to get the feedback. So as you can see, it helps out everyone here. Just wishing you continued success on your speech journey. My question for you though is, what are some of your favorite positive affirmations?
I forget what it was, but it was just about, the main point was it was about speaking calmly.
Yeah, I think it's when I speak, calm floods my body, right?
Yeah.
The responses that you gave, Talib, was amazing, because I could feel the pressure that you've been feeling sitting on that chair, taking questions, answering, because I've been there. So I could feel what you're feeling. But I will tell you, you have all the tools, you have everything at your disposal. So please pay attention. This journey is not a bed of roses. You have to take the criticism seriously, because I did, and the transformation was drastic. When I mean drastic, I'm not even thinking about stuttering anymore. That is how drastic. I'm just carrying on with my life, not even bothering like I used to. My anxiety levels dropped because I was usually anxious, worried. Keep pushing. I see you every day coming to the Sam's meeting. That is the first step. You're here, do the work, get it done, and be done, and be good. One time only. That's all I got to say.
We've talked a lot today more about slowing down than anything else. And there probably is no single thing that can help a stutterer more than slowing down. Thank you, Prathusha. Thank you, Taleb, and everyone who's commented today. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much, Coach Lee. So it's time to close our meeting. I hope that you enjoyed exchanging thoughts with ex-stutterers and those fast becoming ex-stutterers. I will now end this session with our motto. Feel free to say it along with me. If you can say one word anywhere, anytime, then you can say and love to say any word, anywhere, anytime. See you next Saturday, guys. Until then, have a great weekend.
This was the presentation on slowing down.